The world's richest man walked into the Great Hall of the People in Beijing, stood next to the President of the United States, and shook hands with Xi Jinping, Jensen Huang, Tim Cook, Larry Fink, Stephen Schwarzman. All of them flew in on Air Force One. All of them sat across the table from China's most powerful man. And today, Air Force One just lifted off from Beijing Capital Airport. Trump gave a fist pump on the tarmac. The flags were waved. The handshakes were done. But here's the question nobody is asking loudly enough. What actually happened inside those rooms? What did $1 trillion worth of American billionaires walk away with? And what did China get in return? Because the deals made in those 3 days, the ones they're not putting in the headlines, will hit your bank account, your phone bill, and your job before the year is out. Stay with me. This is the full breakdown. For the past 2 years, the US and China have been locked in the most brutal trade war since World War II. Tariffs as high as 145% on Chinese goods, chip bans, rare earth restrictions, two superpowers on the edge of economic warfare. Then suddenly, Trump boards Air Force One with a list of America's most powerful billionaires. Not generals, not diplomats, billionaires. Why? Because when you want China to open its $18 trillion market, you don't send soldiers. You send the people who speak China's language, money. Let's break down who's on this trip and what each of them is hunting for in Beijing. Elon Musk, the world's richest man at $688 billion. His Tesla factory in Shanghai is his biggest export hub on the planet. He also needs Chinese suppliers for $2.9 billion worth of solar panel equipment. And he desperately wants regulators to approve Tesla's full self-driving system across China. This trip is personal for him. Jensen Huang of NVIDIA, a surprise guest who literally boarded Air Force One at a stopover in Alaska. Before export curbs, NVIDIA controlled 95% of China's AI chip market. That market is worth $50 billion. He wants it back. Tim Cook of Apple. 80% of iPhones are made in China. That's not a detail. That's Apple's entire existence. Cook has spent years mastering the art of political diplomacy with Beijing. This is his final big trip as CEO before he steps down September 1st. Larry Fink of BlackRock, chairman of the world's largest asset manager controlling $11 trillion. China's financial markets are opening up. Fink wants BlackRock inside them before anyone else gets there. Stephen Schwarzman of Blackstone, worth $47.5 billion and one of the longest-running US-China dealmakers on Wall Street. He's been building bridges between the two nations for decades. Why this moment matters. Here's what nobody is telling you clearly. Trump walked into that room and told Xi Jinping, quote, that these men all respect and value China. Xi responded by promising American companies will have broader prospects in China and that China will open wider. Let that sink in. After 2 years of 145% tariffs, chip bans, and threats, both sides just pulled back from the cliff. But why now? Because Trump needs a win before the midterm elections, and Xi needs foreign investment as China's economy slows. Both men need this deal, and the billionaires in that room, they're the reason both sides sat down to talk. What happens next? Future implications. So what does this mean for you, sitting at home watching this video? If Apple gets its tariff exemptions extended, your iPhone price doesn't spike. If NVIDIA gets back into the Chinese chip market, AI development accelerates globally, and tech stocks move. If Boeing resumes deliveries to Chinese airlines, the aviation industry breathes again. If BlackRock and Blackstone move capital into China, markets ripple worldwide. And if it all falls apart, rare earth restrictions resume, chip bans tighten. Your investment portfolio feels it within 48 hours. This single trip to Beijing, 2 days, one summit, could reset the global economy or detonate it. Here's the bottom line. This isn't just a political visit. This is the biggest business negotiation in modern history, happening in real time. The trillion-dollar question is, will Xi actually open China, or is this all theater? Drop your prediction in the comments. Subscribe if you want the breakdown the moment something happens. And share this with one person who still thinks trade wars are just a news headline, because they're about to find out they're not.